Hi everyone, welcome to Family Sunday. Just to remind you, these videos are made to be watched together as a whole family. There'll be some questions in the video for you to talk about together and some activities to do together as well. Today we are going to be talking about the story Peter's Feet. I told that story on Thursday in our super story, so if you haven't heard it, go and have a listen now. I'm going to put the link to it down in the description box below. So go and have a listen to the story Peter's Feet, and then come back and look at the rest of this video. I hope you enjoyed the story. Peter didn't really want Jesus to wash his feet, did he? He thought they were all gross and disgusting, and Jesus shouldn't be the one washing them. I bet if Peter had had the chance, when he saw Jesus was washing feet, I bet he would have run out the room and gone and given his feet a bit of a scrub beforehand so they weren't quite as dirty when Jesus came round to him. Do you think he would have done that? I do. I think Peter felt quite ashamed of his feet. Now sometimes when Jesus does things or tells stories in the Bible, he tells us that they're pictures to remind us of something else. Sometimes he uses something he does or something he says to help us understand what he means. And I think this story is one of those times. I think sometimes we feel a little bit like Peter. I feel a little bit like Peter sometimes. And usually it's not when I've got dirty feet. Usually it's when I've done something wrong. Something I know I shouldn't have done. And I kind of hope that no one will ever find out. Usually doesn't work like that, but that's how I feel. I want to run away and hide and hope that no one ever finds out that thing I've done. I wonder if you've ever felt like that. Have you maybe done something a bit mean or said something a bit mean and hoped that no one would remember or hear what you said? Maybe you've broken something at home and hoped that nobody would notice that it was broken. Sometimes we all feel a bit bad about stuff we've done, just like Peter felt a bit bad about the dirt on his feet. So my first question for you to talk about together is, have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like you don't want anyone to find out about something bad you've done? Go and have a chat about it. When I think about the story, I think about what Jesus did. Peter didn't want Jesus to see his feet, did he? But Jesus didn't mind. Jesus wanted to wash the dirt off Peter's feet. It's kind of the same with us. When we've done bad stuff, we never need to worry about telling Jesus about it. He loves us no matter what. I think that's a really amazing thing. I think Peter realised that by the end of the story, didn't he? Do you remember what happened next? Jesus said if Peter didn't have his feet washed, he wouldn't belong to Jesus. Oh, Peter got quite excited, didn't he? Do you remember what he said next? Pause and see if you can remember what Peter said to Jesus. It started with, "Don't just." I wonder if you remembered right. Peter said, "Jesus, don't just wash my feet. Wash my hands, wash my face, wash all of me as well." Peter was really quite excited about belonging to Jesus. Do you remember what Jesus said? He said, "Peter, I don't need to wash all of you. The rest of you's clean. I just need to give your feet a wash, and then all of you will be clean again." Do you remember that this story is like a picture to help us understand what Jesus means? Well, that being clean all over is a bit like what happens when we decide to follow Jesus. When we decide to follow Jesus, he takes away all of the bad things we've ever done. He did that by dying on the cross. And then it's like we're clean all over, from the top of our heads right down to the bottom of our feet. All of us is completely clean. Here's a question for everyone in your family to answer. Do you remember what it was like when you decided to follow Jesus? For some of the adults, that might be quite a long time ago. For some of the children, that might be quite recently. Do you remember what it was like? Maybe you can tell each other your stories of when you decided to follow Jesus. Do you remember what it felt like? Have a go at sharing those stories together as a family. I hope you guys enjoyed sharing those stories together. Let's have a look at what Jesus said next. I'm going to read the next bit out of my Bible and you can have a look too. It's in John chapter 13 and I'm looking at verse 10. Here you go, here it is. Look it up if you want to have a go. John 13 verse 10. Well, mine says, a person who has bathed all over does not need to wash except for their feet to be entirely clean. Jesus said to Peter, you're mostly clean. I made you clean already, but I still need to wash your feet. It's the same with us. When we decide to follow Jesus, he makes us totally clean all over. But we still go wrong and do bad stuff sometimes. It's a bit like getting dirt on our feet again. And we need to let Jesus wash it off for us. How do you think we can do that? I think a way we can get our feet clean again, get rid of those little bits of dirt that come from the bad stuff we do, is to say sorry to Jesus again. Even though we said sorry when we decided to follow him, we still do bad stuff sometimes. And it's important to keep on saying sorry to Jesus. Remember at the beginning we talked about the fact that Jesus doesn't mind. He doesn't mind about our dirt or our bad stuff. He loves us no matter what, and he really wants to hear from us, whatever we have to say to him. And saying sorry for the things that we've done wrong is really important. That's the picture that Jesus was trying to show with this story. So I'm going to do a little activity now. You can try it at home if you've got some whiteboard pens, but if you haven't, that's fine. You can just follow along with what I'm doing. And I'm going to say a prayer while I do it. If you do want to have a go at home, you need a white plate, some whiteboard pens, and a jug of water. Here we go. Let's see what I'm going to do. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you that it doesn't matter how many dirty marks we get on us. We're sorry for those things that we do wrong, that make us a bit dirty, like Peter's feet. But thank you that you love us no matter what. You don't mind about any of our dirty marks. Thank you that you died on the cross for us. Thank you that when we say sorry for what we've done, you get rid of those dirty marks completely. It's like they were never there at all. I hope you guys enjoyed watching those dirty marks float away. If you do want to have a go at home, you just need to remember to let the pen dry before you pour the water on so that they wash away. Do you remember what happened at the end of the story? Jesus said he was setting an example to everyone. He did a job for his friends that no one really wants to do. It's a bit of a gross, disgusting job, washing other people's feet. But he said we should go and do that. That's how we show that we follow Jesus, by helping each other and doing the jobs that maybe we don't really want to do. So I have an activity for you that you can do as a family. All you need is a piece of paper each and a pencil or a pen each. You need to each draw around your own foot on a piece of paper and cut it out. Put your name on it so you know whose is whose. Then you all need to have a bit of a swap around of your feet. And I want you to write on someone else's foot something you can do to help that person. Maybe it could be something you could do to help around the house for your mum and dad. Maybe for a brother or a sister, it could be something as simple as playing whatever game they choose that day. But try and come up with some things you can do to help each other and look after each other. Me and Andy are going to have a go at this one, I think. We'll show you what we come up with. Okay, so me and Andy are going to have a go at the craft. So we've got our feet. We're going to put them on a piece of paper, one each, and draw around our own feet. Okay, now we are going to cut our feet out. And we need to put our name on our feet.
No.
And then we've got to swap feet and come up with ways we can help and look after each other and write them on the other person's foot. Okay, so we have written on each other's feet, but we don't know what the other person's written. Andy keeps asking if he can write on his own foot, but I said no to that. Should we show each other?
Well, I mean, should I go first?
Go for it.
So I put, to help around the house more and to keep the house tidier when around so you don't have to clean up after me so much.
That is a good one. I will like that. I put, I will drive you to work when it's raining so that you don't have to cycle in the rain.
It's nice. It's a good one as well.
There we go. I hope you guys enjoy making some helping each other out feet.
Let's draw my foot again.
No! I hope you've enjoyed Family Sunday. We'll be back next week for more family fun. Don't forget there's always a story on Thursday and a craft on Saturday as well. I was really pleased this week because I got some more pictures in the post. Rosie and Finn have done me some pictures and I've put them up on my wall. I think my wall's looking so nice and bright and cheerful, but I would love some more pictures. If you want to draw me a picture or write me a letter, that would be amazing. I would be so excited. Either you can post it to me, you can get mum or dad to send me a message and ask for my address, or if you want to, you can give it to mum or dad and they can just take a photo of it and send me that. I can print it out on my printer and put it up on my wall. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday and I'll see you soon. Bye.
I put to help around the house more and to keep the house tidier when around. So
are you having trouble reading your own writing?
Yes. Yes, because I'm reading upside down. Is it to help around the house more and to keep the house tidier when around, so you don't have to clean up to me after me. I don't know.
So you
start
don't.
this? Wait.